In this one, we've got a 6 versus 11 matchup here in the Midwest region. Remember, that is in the top right-hand corner of your bracket. In this one, we got the number 6 seed Iowa State Cyclones taking on the number 11 seed Pitt Panthers, fresh off of a first 4 victory. First of all, for Iowa State, another solid season for the Cyclones, 19-13 on the year, 5th in Big 12 play. Again, this team terrific on the defensive end. That should come as no surprise to anybody that's watched Iowa State Cyclone basketball. They are 9th in defensive efficiency in the nation, 2nd in terms of turning teams over. This team pressures the basketball better than almost anybody, and they've been exceptional, especially because they play in probably the toughest conference in basketball in the Big 12 this year. Offensively, they're nothing stellar on that end. However, they're led by 3 guards who can all shoot, pass, and get their own bucket at the rim. Caleb Grill, Gabe Kalsher, and Jaron Holmes can all do all 3 of those things. They lead the way for this Cyclone squad offensively. The biggest problem for this Cyclones team is defense without fouling. Iowa State is so good defensively, however, they do put teams on the free throw line at an alarming rate. 338th in the nation in free throw rate against. That means their opponents are getting to the free throw line often. That's going to need to be cleaned up if Iowa State is going to get this victory and move on and make a run in this tournament. For the Pitt Panthers, an 11 seed here. They're fresh off a first 4 victory against Mississippi State, 23-11 on the year, 5th in ACC play. If you want a more in-depth preview on this Pitt Panthers squad, go to the first 4 preview between them and Mississippi State on my page, because I've already previewed them, so I'm not going to go into as much detail as I did in the last one. Coming off of a nail-biter win versus the Mississippi State Bulldogs, Pitt had an interesting methodology to get their victory. It wasn't necessarily by the books, but they got it done. They played a terrific defensive game, just 59 points allowed in this one. They knocked down the 3 ball, 9 made threes for the Panthers. They hang their hat on made threes. However, the big issue for this team is they got killed on the glass. 49-28. Mississippi State dominated the glass in this game. Pitt's best rebounder and best paint defender, Federico, was injured for this one. I don't think he's going to be able to play this weekend in this game versus Iowa State. That's a big concern for me in this game. So I think this game is going to be a solid one. I think it's going to come down to 2 things depending on which team prevails here. Firstly, can Iowa State defend without fouling? If they put Pitt on the free throw line a ton, I think the Panthers could pull off an upset here. And the other big thing, probably the biggest thing, is can Pitt rebound? Iowa State, a solid defensive rebounding team and offensive rebounding team in their own right. They've got some physical bigs down low. If Pitt gets manhandled on the glass, they've got no chance of pulling this one out. So Pitt has to crash the glass in this game. If I had to put this one on the upset potential meter, I'd put this around, let's talk about it here, for Pitt pulling off another upset and getting a victory over Iowa State. However, in the end, I'm going to go with the Cyclones. I think this is going to be a slow, ugly, grinded out game, but the Cyclones are going to win the glass, and they're going to win an ugly one and move on to the second round of the NCAA tournament. Do you want to win your March Madness bracket pool? Do you want to not only beat your friends, but humiliate them? If that sounds good to you, subscribe down below, because we are previewing all 36 first round games of the NCAA tournament and give you the info you need to crush your friends and dominate your bracket pool.